And welcome to day 8 of 31 days of Halloween. So yes, Bloody Mary has returned. So as you guys can see, I'm Bloody Mary today, and this was my Halloween costume. Sorry, the wig is kind of crazy. But yeah, this was my Halloween costume in 2018. So yeah, I thought I would return it for this year, since you know I'm not being Bloody Mary this year. But yeah, this brings back so many memories from 2018. So the wig was a little bit difficult to put on, and this costume was difficult to put on as well. Oh, I just realized I haven't velcroed the back of this. Hold on a second. Just gonna velcro the back of it. Forgot to do that before I started filming. There we go. Oh no, it came apart. Oh gosh. Alright, that's the best it's gonna get, I think. There's like a little velcro at the back of this, but it is not like going on, but that's okay. You guys can't really tell. But yeah, so I'm Bloody Mary today. Finally getting into the scary costumes, because my first few costumes weren't that scary, and it's 31 days of Halloween and I haven't been anything super scary yet. So this is the first of the super scary costumes, my Bloody Mary costume, and I love it. So this is my makeup. I've got my eyes bleeding, and yeah, I love it. And I've got my mirror, of course, and I'm fanning myself because with my mirror, because I am so warm in this costume, because this costume is like a million layers of fabric and it was so hard to get on, and I like got stuck a couple of times. So yeah, this was very difficult to put on, but I have it on finally and I'm sweating, so I'm just gonna like cool down myself a little bit. But yeah, I'm really proud of how my makeup turned out. It looks really good, and my wig is a little bit messy, but that's because it's been like put away like in a box for like 2 years, so what would you expect? It's not like the best quality wig either, so my wig's just a little bit messy and it's kind of like falling out everywhere, but that's okay. You guys are just seeing the front of it, so you don't have to see the back where it's like a bit of a mess. So it looks good from the front, so that's all that matters. So yeah, so for today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys some creepy games that you can play on Halloween. So I thought I would be Bloody Mary today, since that is one of the games on this list that I found. So yeah, I thought I would bring back my Bloody Mary costume for this video. Okay, so how many are there on this list? Let's see. So it looks like there is 6. So there's 6 games on this list. Some of them you may have heard of, some of you may haven't. I've heard of most of them, but there's just a few that I haven't heard of before, so let's get started. So the first one is Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. I have always wanted to play this game, and it's really creepy. So it's basically you're supposed to like levitate someone. So it says here, if you ever played this game, here's the quick and dirty. Gather your friends and have one of them lie on the floor. The rest of the group kneels down and places 2 fingers from each hand underneath the person's body. Next, the entire group chants light as a feather, stiff as a board, with their eyes closed. If you do this long enough, the person seems to levitate off the floor. So this is definitely a super spooky game to play, and I've always wanted to play it. Like, that's like one of the games I've always wanted to play, but like you need like a few people to play it, and I don't think anyone that I know would want to play it with me. So yeah, but that's definitely one that I would definitely want to play on Halloween. It would be so spooky to play on Halloween. So that's the first one. Alright, and then the next one is Ouija Board, obviously. Sorry, I just like keep fanning myself because I'm so sweaty in this costume, and with this like makeup as well, and my wig. Alright, and then the next one is Ouija Board, like I said. While Ouija boards are sold as games, they're really not. a 1986 movie called Ouija Board, where a woman becomes possessed after using the Ouija board alone, pretty scared me from ever trying it by myself. My grandma often told me how she and her co-workers would use the Ouija board to communicate with the dead while they were on breaks at the hospital they worked at as nurses. Obviously this is like a blog that I'm reading this off of. Okay, so it says the Ouija board has been around since 1891 when it was advertised as a talking board according to the Smithsonian, and was born from the American 19th century obsession with spiritualism. If you're not familiar with this game, you can buy it at in any toy aisle. The board is adorned with letters and numbers and has a clear planchette that is supposed to be moved by spirits. Basically, players lightly touch their fingers on, to the planchette and ask questions. If any spirits are up for a chat, the planchette will move and spell out messages. So that is the Ouija board. I have never played with a Ouija board before, but I definitely really want to at one point in my life. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I've always wanted to play with a Ouija board, and I always have wanted to buy one. I know you can get them on Amazon, but I don't know, like I've just always wanted one, but my mum is like that person that is like, don't play with them, and she's like always like weirded out how like I'm obsessed with Ouija boards. So I don't know, maybe I will buy one in the future, maybe when I like live alone, like when I have my own house. So but I don't know, I definitely do want to play a Ouija board, and it would be definitely creepy to play it on Halloween. Alright, so the next one is the triple mirror game. Now this is one that I've never heard of before. So it says to play this game, a person first needs to protect themselves by spiritually cleansing the room and putting a line of salt across all thresholds and windowsills. The person then lights a white candle in the room and sets it on the threshold to attract the spirits in the building. And it says, it is said if you're not scared yet and you want to continue, you'll need 3 mirrors. Arrange the mirrors in the room so that you bounce the reflection of the door from one mirror to the other. It is said that if you gaze into the 3rd mirror, you can see the spirits that might be hanging around the home. That is so creepy. I've never heard of that game before. It definitely sounds like super creepy, and mirrors kind of like freak me out, so the fact that you could possibly see like a spirit in like one of the mirrors is really creepy. So that is the triple mirror game. So the next one is the midnight game. I've heard of this one before. So it says here, gather a candle, a piece of paper, a writing implement, that's the word, matches or a lighter, salt, and wooden door. Do not play this game alone. Each person will need the list of materials. Write your first, middle, and last name on the piece of paper. Turn off all the lights, go to your wooden door, and place the paper with your name on it in front of the door. Now take out the candle and light it, and place it on top of the paper. Just before 12 a.m., knock on the wooden door 22 times, as the final knock must occur at exactly midnight. When you're finished knocking, blow out the candle and open the door. By doing this, you are inviting the Midnight Man into your house. And then it said, immediately relight the candle. This is where the game begins. You must now lurk around your now completely dark house with the lit candle in your hand. Your goal is to avoid the Midnight Man at all costs until 3:33 a.m. Should your candle ever go out, that means the Midnight Man is near you. You must relight your candle in the next 10 seconds. If you are not successful in relighting your candle, you must then immediately surround yourself with a circle of salt. If you are unsuccessful in both of your actions, the Midnight Man will create a hallucination of your greatest fear and rip out your organs one by one. You will feel it, but you will not be unable to react. That is so creepy. I've definitely heard of this one. I've heard most of these games because of Britty44. If you guys know Britty44 on YouTube, she's played most of these games. So yeah, that's why I know like pretty much all of them thanks to her. Alright, so the next one is hide and seek alone, and I just realized that Bloody Mary is not on this list, but Bloody Mary is another super creepy game that you can play on Halloween. So I think I'm just going to go to the last one because the next one is hide and seek alone, and that's another one that I've heard of, but I'm just going to go to the last one, the Three Kings, because that is a really creepy game, is the Three Kings. I mean, they're all super creepy. Actually, no, I feel like hide and seek alone is more creepier than the Three Kings. So we'll read hide and seek alone, then that will be it. Because I feel like I've been blabbering on for ages now. Alright, next one is hide and seek alone, like I said, yeah. It says here, first get yourself a creepy little doll and at exactly 3 a.m. summon a ghost into her lifeless body. Then invite her to play hide and seek with you. However, before the game commences, you'll need to perform a little home surgery on the doll. The player replaces the stuffing in a stuffed doll with rice and nail clippings, sews it back up and tosses it in a tub of water. He tells the doll that the player is it first, then runs off to turn off all the lights in the house, leaving at least one TV on a white noise channel. The player counts to 10, then goes back to the doll and says, "Found you," 3 times and stabs the doll with something sharp. That is super duper creepy. I've seen Brady44 play this one as well, and it looks super creepy. So yeah, that is hide and seek alone. Just like the whole fact that you have to like stab the doll is pretty creepy. So yeah, so those are just some games that you can play. So yeah, I'm surprised that Bloody Mary is not on that list, and I like dressed up as Bloody Mary today, but Bloody Mary is another one that you can play. So obviously to play Bloody Mary you just need like a mirror, some candles, and you can say Bloody Mary. I think there's like different versions of playing Bloody Mary, but the one that I go with is like you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror and just like wait for Bloody Mary to come. Or there's like a version where you say it 6 times, I think, and you like spin around. So yeah, that's another version. There's so many versions of Bloody Mary, but those are the 2 that I know. So yeah, so those are just some creepy games that you can play on Halloween if you're bored and have nothing else to do. So yeah, I hope that gave you guys some ideas. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go and take this costume off because I'm sweating so much in this costume. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, that was my dog barking in the background. I don't know if you heard that. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 9 of 31 days of Halloween. Alright, bye guys.